What is up, guys? I am back with another video. My name is Manco and this is the history of Team Fortress 2. We are going to cover major TF2 updates in this video, but if there's something relevant that you would like to add, please leave in the comment section below. If there's an update that I didn't decide to put in that you think is very relevant and should be in this video, please leave it in the comment section. I'm not going to cover every update. There's been over 470 within this game, so I'm only going to pick the major ones and the ones that I think are major and talk about them. But first of all, let's start and go back to the day TF2 was released, which happens to be October the 9th, 2007. The game itself went through 9 years of development, and through that period went through a huge change in design and development basically. One of the main jokes about TF2 when there's a glitch or something is 9 years of development for this. Yeah, it was on the works for a long time, so it's a common joke that people use. I don't really find it that funny, but I still use it from time to time. When released, TF2 had its own unique art style along with 9 playable classes, who all have since adopted their own like witty comedic personalities. And I think that really makes the game for me. When it came out, it was a really fresh game, and you know, a fresh new FPS was brought into the life of the PC and the 360. But let's get into that. So the game was released as part of the Orange Box bundle for PC and 360, and then later for PS3, I think it was. And from personal experience, I've played it on the console, I played it on the Xbox 360, and the Xbox 360 version seemed to lack support and community. It never really blossomed, though. When it first came out on the 360, it was, you know, active for a few days and slowly weaned off, where the PC version always, you know, gained popularity and stayed strong. So let's jump into the first update. The first content update for TF2 was known as the Gold Rush update, but also by the community as the Medic update. This was released in April the 29th, 2008. This update itself introduced the game type Payload. It's quite a popular game type now, but it wasn't always in the game. It was added in 2008, and not a lot of people know that, or because there's a lot of new players in the game really, and that was basically the first update. Basically the object for this game mode was for blue team to push the bomb, or you guys know it as Payload, through the level until it reaches the last capture point, while the red team tried to prevent the blue team from doing so before the time ran out. It's quite a simple game mode and it's quite fun to play. When TF2 was first released, one of the criticisms was the way, you know, game modes were played and how the maps aren't perfect, that sort of thing. And this is really through the updates you get to see that the Valve worked on this and started to add a lot of maps in with every update. This update also gave the Medic class 3 new weapons. With no current way to equip the new weapons, it also gave in a new loadout system and character information system that was never in the game before the 2008 update, which is quite interesting to know. That was implemented in the game, and the Medic's new weapons were awarded to a player upon completing an achievement. And this update in 2008 was when I first joined the game. This is when I entered the game. I didn't play before the 2008 update, I just came in just after. That's when my friend introduced me to TF2. So from now on I was playing the game as well, so I can put in my personal opinions. So now we're moving on to 4 updates that I've sort of lumped together. These updates as follows include the Pyro update in June 19th, 2008, the Heavy update in August 19th, 2008, and the Scout update in February 24th, 2008. And I've also put the Sniper vs Spy update, but that's slightly different. But basically, in the Pyro, Heavy and Scout update, 3 new weapons for each class were added, along with maps and other bits and bobs they tried to add and extra features to the games. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see which 3 weapons were added for each character. The Sniper, the Spy update basically just added weapons as well, but it did this over a multitude of days, and I think there was 2 weapons for the Sniper on the first 2 days, and the second 2 days they did 2 weapons for the Spy. So it was kind of different to what they've previously done. I remember how exciting it used to be when new weapons were added to a class. At the time also TF2 had been out for a while and it needed updates like this to spice up the game and keep the content fresh. Adding new weapons were very exciting. So July the 8th, 2010 brought us maps like most updates, but it also gave us the mini sentry. So this was the engineer update, as a lot of people know it as. And you know, the mini sentry is not overpowered at all, I guess. Along with the mini sentry, we also got the frontier justice and the wrangler, which can be found kind of a fun weapon. I guess it's fun to use. You can do like engineer jumps and stuff with it. So that's 2010 July the 8th engineer update. That's when that was added, and that was basically called the engine update. But the final update we are going to be talking about in this episode is the Manconomy update, released in September the 30th 2010. This was one of the biggest updates ever to be released in Team Fortress 2 history, and is still one of the biggest updates, I reckon. It's very on par with the free-to-play update. This and the free-to-play update were the two most memorable hit moments in TF2 history. So this update brought 65 new items, an awesome new trading system, it brought crates and unusual hats, and it was the first time crates have ever been introduced into the game. You know, 65 new items, it was awesome. There was class sets as well, so you could get, I think it was the milkman and, you know, mackerel, etc. And the mad milk. That would create a set which would give your class an extra bonus. And there was one created for each class, so it was really awesome. I'd put them all up on the screen so you can see what was what. It also made a trading community, which wasn't around before. As we know now, the trading community is nearly just as powerful as people who just play the game for casual. So it's very, you know, important to look at that. Anyway, guys, this is the end of this first episode. I've still got much more updates to cover and many more things to talk about. But please leave a like on this video. I worked hard on it. Share it with your friends. It helps out a bunch. Also, if there's anything that you thought was relevant to add, make sure you put it in the comment section below. I'm gonna, if there's anything between the game releasing and the Manconomy update that I missed, please put in the comment section, because I want this to be like a cool video and people can gather information about TF2 and what the game was like and what it is like now. Other major updates after the Manconomy update will be covered in other episodes. I thought this would be a good update to finish the first episode on, as this is where trading first boomed into TF2. And I will see you guys next video.